Esto fue interesante. Ahora veremos lo que pasará en este video, amiguitos de la creación. Martes 13 de octubre 1931. Vamos a salir. Ahora.
Hiya, folks.
You know, I don't think I ever asked you why you burned down all those speakeasies.
I think a lot of people are going to be interested in that answer.
Oh, hello, Smirnoff.
Ajá, un nombre ruso.
Excuse me.
Marty! Harry!
Doc.
Smirnoff!
I just want to talk to Detective Parker.
Doc le dijo, Mori, Edna, Smirnoff y Danny Harry.
What's a newly promoted detective like you doing hanging out at a science expo anyway?
Are you kidding me? This is a great assignment. I get to sit around all day playing with nifty new crime-fighting gadgets, like this.
What does that do?
Hell if I know.
You haven't seen Carl Sagan around here, have you?
Nah,
Isn't he still a wanted man?
nah. All those arson charges got dropped weeks ago. Judge Brown said there wasn't enough evidence for a trial.
Ah, muy bien.
You know how you said you'd defy Edna if I could dig up some dirt on her?
Yeah? You got some?
Edna's the speakeasy arsonist.
That's an interesting theory.
It's the truth. I heard her confess.
Well, I didn't hear it, so I'm afraid it's your word against hers. And no offense, but her word carries a little more weight around here than yours does.
Ajá. Bueno. Entonces.
What's the holdup with giving the okay to Emmett's invention?
What do you think? It's Strickland. She's not giving an inch.
You said that Emmett would be able to clear everything up.
That's what I thought. But he's really not helping his case with all his scientific gobbledygook.
So what can we do to fix this?
Right now, I don't think anything short of running Edna out of Hill Valley on a rail's gonna help your friend, kid.
Thanks. I'll be back.
Oh, I hope so. You've got to get this albatross off my neck.
Well, did you put the screws to him? Did he confess? Oh, hello, Smirnoff.
Ah, ya como fumeras. Mira. Prepárense.
Hey, Danny.
Do you mind, comrade? I'm busy trying to keep Emmett from letting you lead him into the biggest mistake of his life.
Mistake? My biggest mistake was...
This'll only take a minute.
Our plant recorder. It's not a good idea to steal police property, you know.
Listen.
You know, I don't think I ever asked you why you burned down all those speakeasies.
Why? Because no one else was doing anything about them.
Edna? You're the arsonist?
Detective Parker, surely you're not going to believe this crudely manufactured forgery of a recording.
I'm not sure what to believe, ma'am. But based on this crudely manufactured forgery, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to come down to the station to answer a few questions about your whereabouts on the night of the speakeasy fires.
Emmett?
You're on your own, darling.
Nele.
Oh, very well. Heavens, what's that?
You know, one of these days I should really stop falling for that.
Not to sound callous, but does this mean I can demonstrate my invention?
Let's take that as a yes.
Cayó en esa broma y dijo, algún día de...
Greetings and salutations to all our honored guests. I am Techne, Muse of Progress, and it is my pleasant task once again to highlight one of the great minds who was hard at work building a better tomorrow.
I think that's me. I'm next on the roster.
But are you ready?
I don't have a choice. Did you bring the static accumulator?
Oh, right. Here you go.
Great. Come on, let's get up there.
Kid has been hard at work dreaming up gizmos and banging them together in his garage. And who knows? One of this kid's gizmos just might take off and change the life of everybody in town. Pretty that be the very thing he's brought to share with us today? It wouldn't be the first time the world was changed by a kid barely out
That
of
ought to do it. Are the block bearings all in the raised position?
Block bearings. Raised position. Check.
Then it looks like all systems are go.
She was only 19.
Wish me luck.
So hold your snickers.
Don't have to.
And to be
Este está de vuelta.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Emmett Brown.
Objection!
¿Qué?
Objection, Your Honor! I hereby demand that the scientific demonstration of one Emmett Lathrop Brown be terminated and forfeit by reason of insanity. I declare him to be in contempt of me, his father. Where is he? Hand him over this instant!
¿Es el papá del
Emmett,
Doc?
are you up there?
¿Es el papá del Doc?
Emmett.
Don't give me away.
I thought you weren't scared of your father anymore.
When he's in a mood like this, I'd have to be suicidal not to be scared.
Just jump in the levitator and go. What's he gonna do?
Shoot me down with an anti-aircraft gun?
Let me talk to him.
Señor Brown, papá del Doc.
You don't think you can shelter him?
Es el papá del Doc.
Maybe Emmett would come out from wherever it is he's hiding if you tried the reasonable approach.
This is the reasonable approach.
Es el papá del
Don't
Doc.
antagonize him.
Well, if you're not gonna say anything...
So he is up there with you.
Thanks a lot.
Son, I order you to come down from there this second. I'm counting to 4. I try.
¿Le está contando en alemán?
I'm not talking to him. There's no point.
Esa es la voz de... Ese está contando en alemán.
Maybe he'll give you a fair chance to explain yourself. He is a judge, after all.
Yes, a judge who's already passed sentence. He won't listen to me. He never has.
I'll be right back.
Ok, papá del Doc, del pasado.
I want to speak to my son.
Emmett's not ready to talk to you directly.
I suppose you're his mouthpiece.
I guess so, yeah. He says it's no use talking to you. You never listen?
That only shows how pig-headed he is. Of course I'll listen. If he can justify his craziness, I'll be only too happy to indulge it.
Stay right there.
I'm not going anywhere. Fear!
Está contando en alemán del 1 al
I'm
10.
not talking to him. There's no point.
You heard him. He said he'll listen to you.
Well...
At least give it a shot.
Ahí va, con su patrón.
Father?
Son?
You've never understood the first thing about me. All you want to do is step on me, squelch my natural instincts.
Understand.
You don't know what it's like to be
What's
young.
understand?
You don't know what
You're
it's
a
like
big
to have
overgrown
dreams, to have
baby.
ambitions so
Everything is
great
on
and so
way.
powerful that
Scratched
they've
you.
got a
I
life of
should have
their own.
scratched you
And
instead
it's
of
all
letting
you
your
can
mother
do to hang
indulge
on for
every
dear
one of
life
your
while they
cockamamie
gallop on
whims.
where they
And
must.
don't chalk
This
it up
is
here, you
America,
Snyder.
Pop.
If I
And
was
in
like that at
America,
your
a
age, my
person
father
doesn't
would have
have
given me
to
a
do what his
sound
father
thrashing.
did.
And good
Isn't that
for
why
him.
you came to America? To live where there wouldn't be so many rules? Well, we talked. Are you happy?
El papá del Doc no es americano, es alemán. Quiero ver una cosa antes de seguir.
Bedlam at Brown divorce hearing. Wife takes potshot at estranged hubby, famed industrialist Emmett Brown.
No, no cambió el periódico. Hasta que no haga lo de ciencia.
Emmett...
Here to play peacemaker again, Pollyanna?
Deep down, he's just worried about you hurting yourself.
No amount of physical pain could equal the pain he's already inflicted to my spirit.
Please, you gotta get out of Emmett's way.
I have yet to hear a compelling or even coherent reason why.
See, Your Honor, it's just that this demo is so important to Emmett.
A childish kerfuffle. He'll forget all about it in 2 weeks' time.
That's what I'm afraid of. Look, Your Honor, you don't see it, but there's an awful lot riding on Emmett's demonstration.
All the more reason why I've got to put a stop to it. Look me in the eyes, young man. I expect you know my son pretty well by now. Do you seriously think his exhibition is going to be a success?
Pues claro que va a ser un... Claro que sí.
Sure. Sure it will.
Ha! You know as well as I how it'll end. Disaster!
Maybe, and maybe not, but even if it does, I mean, isn't Emmett entitled to make a few mistakes?
Emmett has exceeded his quota for one lifetime. It's my job as his father to see to it there are no more mistakes.
Emmett's just...
Stubborn, willful, single-minded, incorrigible, and obsessed.
Okay, but if you look at it from the right angle, those traits are kinda... good.
That may be your angle, Sonny, but I'm not so sure it's the right one. Make no mistake, those are traits that lead to trouble. He gets them from his mother.
Ah. Heredó de su mamá. Ok, vamos a decirle esto.
Emmett's just trying to make a name for himself. Maybe things were different when you were a kid, but nowadays you gotta take chances.
What do you know about taking chances? Try moving to a strange country where you don't speak the language. There's only $2 to your name.
You?
You bet your socks, me! And I made out all right, too.
How'd your dad feel about it at the time?
Papa? He was fit to be tied. He called me a disobedient little...
Ándale, tú, o sea, tu papá tampoco
So your
te
father
entendía.
didn't approve of you coming to America?
Well, Papa never really understood the younger generation. He came around a bit in the end, but by then it was too late to. Tell him I'll listen to him. I want to listen to him. If he wants to talk.
Bien, esto se quedará pendiente para el próximo video. Parece que ahora sí el papel no que entró el razón. Así que nos vemos hasta el próximo video.